Hi, ECEC friends and families. Mrs. DiMarco here to share another read aloud. I'd like to review some fun ways to talk about or write about the books that you are reading at home. This will help you check for understanding of what you read. So the story that I'm going to read to you today is called The Lion and the Mouse. Once while a lion was sleeping, a little mouse ran up and down his back. Soon the lion woke up. He put his big paw on the mouse. He opened his big jaws to swallow him. The mouse begged the lion to let him go. He promised to help the lion someday. The lion laughed at the thought of a little mouse helping a great lion. But he lifted his paw and he let the mouse go. Not long after, the mouse saw the lion tied to a tree. The lion had been trapped by some hunters. The little mouse went up the great lion and he gnawed right through the ropes. Soon the lion was free. "Wasn't I right?" said the little mouse to the lion. "Little friends can do great things." I hope you enjoyed that story. So now I'd like to talk a little bit more about those ways that you can talk or write about what you are reading. Okay, so one of the first things I'd like to talk about is story elements. And this is really important to check for understanding of what you are reading. So when we think about story elements, we have character, setting, problem, and solution. And what you can do at home, friends, is to just take some blank paper, could be in a notebook, and maybe just create your own chart. And then you could write about the characters, setting, problem, and solution, and even include a picture to go with each story element. So let's think about that book that I read, The Lion and the Mouse. Think about the characters. Who is in the story? The main characters are the lion and the mouse. The setting is where the story takes place. Sometimes we think about when the story is taking place, like is it at night or during the day? Is it during the fall or winter? So the setting of the story in Lion and the Mouse is the lion and the mouse are in the forest. Now the problem in this story, the lion and the mouse had a problem. The lion's problem was that he was trapped by hunters, but the mouse gnawed through those ropes and set him free. Now the mouse's problem in this story was that the lion had trapped him, but the mouse solved his problem by making a deal with the lion. So in each of the characters' problems, they were solved by the end of the story. Okay. Another way that you can talk about or write about your reading at home is, and it's very important for fiction stories that we read, we discuss beginning, middle, end. Again, you can write some sentences or draw some pictures about what happens in the beginning of the story, what happens in the middle, and then what happens at the end. It's a great way to then go back to those sentences and pictures and retell your story. And lastly is we can retell our story by sequencing the events. Again, writing a sentence, we can include pictures with that too. We think about those time order words that we use in our writing: first, next what happened, then, after that, finally. And again, all these little charts can be, created at home in a notebook on blank paper, and it's just a fun way to talk about your reading, check that you understand what you're reading, and then draw some pictures. Okay, so stay tuned for more videos from Mrs. DiMarco in ways that can support your child's reading at home. ECEC friends and family, please stay safe and healthy.